Um, Hello everyone. It's your favorite migrant here. Um, and this video has been cooking um since the first presidential debate, and I figured that in light of recent events, um this video was even more necessary, to be honest, at least from speaking from a migrant's perspective. And yeah, that's that. There seems to be a lot of talk about there being a migrant agenda, as if we're some sort of unified whole that has like come to destroy the United States or undermine it in some way through taking their jobs. They took our jobs. Um and to be honest, I don't even really know what to say. First, some background, and of course, again, I know longtime viewers are gonna get sick of me saying this, but like, I mean, I was born in Guatemala. Um, I'm a Latino. Um, which is basically like a mestizo, a mixed man. I'm of European, indigenous, and African descent. Like most men. Now in Guatemala, it's actually a little different because all mestizos, generally speaking, are Latinos, but not all Latinos are mestizos. In Guatemala, it's more of a cultural and ethno linguistic um way that we use those terms, in the sense that, like, okay, my first language was Spanish. Um and like I wear Western clothing and stuff like that. Um, but if you're assimilated enough, even if you are, like, let's say 100% indigenous, um, you you could be considered a Latino. Um, you know, it's not racially based necessarily like it is in the United States. Um, but anyway, with that background out of the way, yeah, I mean, I was a dreamer. I was DACA. My parents came over to this country um to get help for me, because even though we were wealthy, and I mean, I think you can kind of tell by the way I look that we were wealthy, but but even then, and this is gonna get its own video because I want to reflect on this more. But society was not accepting of a disabled man, or not even just a disabled man, a disabled person in general. Like, the standard practice over there is to hide people like me, keep them in bed for their entire lives, and not educate them, not expose them to the outside world, society. And my parents, especially my mother, didn't want that for me. Um so they packed up, they came here, and it became increasingly evident that um they were gonna need to stay. And to be honest, we overstayed our welcome. And I was among the earliest recipients of the work permit under DACA, the deferred action for childhood arrivals. Which granted the kids of undocumented migrants um the right to have an ambiguous but legal status for work and education in the United States. Um and now eventually I did become a citizen, but all this is to say, ladies and gentlemen, that there is no migrant agenda. The migrant agenda is the human agenda. Mainly, we just want to live our lives and um look after our families. Now, I'm disabled. I could have kids if I wanted to, but the social realities are that I will probably not end up having a family. You know what I mean? But like my brother is like he's working, he's paying, and he's still DACA. I'm not. I'm a citizen. That's a whole other long story. But like he works, he pays taxes, he does his duty basically to the country, or as much as he can to the country. And contrary to popular belief, so do most, or at least contrary to popular belief, among a certain group of of individuals. MAGA. Oh, sorry. I had a cough there for a second. Um, that's what most of us are doing. That's what most of us are doing. Not every city is a sanctuary city that will like give us, you know, free stuff basically. In fact, most cities are not that large, not like that at all. And um I really do sympathize with the population that's already there facing, you know, um or in those cities facing continued like pressure, I guess, from there. But like the thing is, brothers and sisters, this didn't come from nowhere, guys. Like you have to realize that the US government has continually sought to stagnate any progress of the region by installing dictators and stuff like that. And I'm not making excuses for them, not at all, right? But like they couldn't have gotten to the positions they're at right now without extensive US involvement. Because the thing is, our countries are client states of the US, okay? That means that essentially, if we don't do what's in the US interests, they will do whatever they can to keep us in line and keep extracting our resources. Naib Bukele, as controversial as he is, he's finally breaking that a little bit. And again, I know it's complex issues. I'm not trying to um I guess make fun of or make less of the concerns of the people having to face this crisis and stuff like that, but I just want to say that scapegoating us is not the answer, guys. Voting in a Republican Party that literally shut down a bipartisan migrant bill just because a certain orange man wouldn't have been able to run on it um during the election that he just won, that's not the right move, guys. I'm sorry. I have to say it as a migrant. Anyway, yeah. Once again, I want to reiterate the migrant agenda is the human agenda. We want the same things that you want. Um, all right. See you. Bye.